Good morning. Welcome to the first post-holiday edition of the Great Green Home Show. We'd like to welcome back those of you who got to take some vacation time from work over these last couple of weeks. We have a very exciting show for you to kick off the new year. We have a very interesting guest, and we'll be talking about green building. We're curious if anyone has made any resolutions so far, and we did, I know. And if you're up in the air about what to resolve, we may have a few suggestions for you. As we mentioned during the holiday show that aired a couple of weeks ago, we feel very privileged to be able to bring you this show every week, and it's our hope that we can keep up with the rapid-fire changes that are occurring everywhere on the planet, both in technology and in the number of people who are illuminating the effort to save our planet. So Happy New Year, and let's get on with the show. I'm Doug Hunt. Next to me is my co-host, Paul Hughes. Good morning, my green friend. How has your New Year been so far? Any resolutions or big plans for 2008?
It was years ago, wasn't it? Feels like it was years. Christmas.
2007 was years ago.
Was that years ago?
Yeah, years ago.
Pun. I'm good. How did things go for you? Don't we have someone to say hi to? Bren? Getting out of the hospital today?
Bren, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. It'll have been Thursday by the time this goes on. But yeah.
Okay. Let's say hi to Bren.
Hi, honey.
She had to spend a little bit in the hospital, so let's spread some cheer.
Yeah.
All right. Is she waiting for you? She's waiting for you to pick her up right now.
She is.
So we better get on with the show.
She got released at 8:30 this morning. Actually, 7:30 this morning, and and called me. I said, "Sorry, honey, it's going to be a few hours."
Okay, so let's get on. Let's see what happened over the holiday. You know, I found this site called FreeCycle.com.
Yeah, I didn't know you didn't know about that. FreeCycle.
No, Jackie doesn't either.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's great. This is a great website for finding free stuff for your home and getting rid of free stuff for your home. It has grown amazing. It's recycling. Basically, it's a site where you can call in and say, I need this, I need a chair, I need a couch, I need a trash can.
It's a free swap site.
It's a free swap site, and it's huge. I had no idea how big it is.
Oh, yeah.
In West Virginia, a state that they claim has very few computers, they have 42 groups, and each group has about 2,000 members in it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Let's see. And it boasts keeping more than 300 million tons of trash out of landfills. It's got to be 300 million tons of trash out of landfills every day because it's worldwide.
It's every year, actually.
Oh, is it every year?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's an awful lot of tonnage for a day.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, actually, I think that's actually their collective to date.
To date?
So yeah,
it's a great way.
tons.
Basically, you post your unwanted items or request an item you're looking for online. Then you match up with somebody, and then you go pick it up.
My sister used this when my mom moved to her retirement home. My sister put her sofa and a bunch of furniture and a whole bunch of things on FreeCycle, and within a day or two, all of it was gone.
Isn't it great?
They call you up or they respond online and say, "Where are you? What's your address?" They come over and they pick it up, and it
gets recycled, and it's minimal, minimal
reused.
money.
And you've got a lot of people who would normally throw away perfectly good stuff, and so this is a great way for this to just get swapped back and forth. It's tremendous.
I called a friend of mine yesterday. And
FreeCycle.com, FreeCycle.com.
Right. I won't tell the stories, but there's some great stuff. Computers. If you need a computer, there are people with computers that you can go pick it up.
Mobile phones. People upgrade their mobile phones and then toss the old one.
Yep.
People will take them. Of course, those can be donated to a lot of different causes.
We love recycling. We'll have to move on, but we could talk about FreeCycle.com, and we will. We're going to recycle the show at some point. Throw it away, get a new one, but it's going to get recycled.
But that sweater your sister got you for Christmas.
I'm wearing it. Don't you? It's a Cosby sweater.
You need to recycle.
Isn't it nice?
You need to recycle that thing.
All right, what do we have next?
I don't know. What is
a little tidbit I found about cruising the internet on my holidays, and this is a great bit of encouraging news. The production of PV, solar panels, has increased over 50% a year since 2002. And it's a remarkable statistic. In fact, the production of solar panels has jumped an average of 48% exactly since the year 2002. What this means is that more people are buying solar and there's more solar available. It makes solar power the #1 alternative energy source on the planet right now. And what people don't know is that Blue Water Wind, solar is much cheaper than wind
per kilowatt
power.
Hour. Sure.
Yep.
Well, let's face
per
it.
Kilowatt price per kilowatt.
Everybody's got wind.
Right. Well, no maintenance.
Yeah.
And the windmills, as good as they are and as low as they are, not saying, but as low as they are, if we have a big field, say like a Chrysler plant somewhere that could be filled with panels.
Think about all the roofs that could be covered with solar panels. I'm sorry. Yep. Sun is everywhere.
Yep.
So.
And it's free, and it gets us off the heating oil, propane, all that good stuff. Yep. So if you need solar, it's there.
Okay.
And, of course, our sponsor, CMI Solar. Great company. Got to fit that in.
CMI Solar Electric, yep.
All right, good.
Yep.
All right, Doug, what do we have now? Oh,
The
yeah, we
Great
got to
Green
mention it.
Expo, March 29th, 2008, at the Chase Riverfront Center. Green vendors, speakers, celebrities, and cars. Fun stuff for the kids. Great
Yep.
information for the grown-ups. A guaranteed good time for all.
Absolutely.
Again, that's March 29th, 2008, at the Chase Riverfront Center. Put it down. Mark it in your calendar. It's a must-see. And we need to thank our sponsors, Paul.
But before we do that, we've got the county involved. There's going to be great educational programs. Stephanie McClellan is coming. We have new cars that dump the electricity back into the grid.
We knew those
Experimental
were coming.
program.
I didn't know they'd made some of them yet.
Yep, they're
Already.
coming. Yeah, so we have electric cars, plug-in electrics, hydrogen. We've got great stuff for people. That's just a small bit of what's
We
coming.
need to get Ford to bring in their U car, the ultimate car.
Yes, and we still have the people who are making stationery, envelopes, letters, and papers out of elephant poo. They're coming.
You got to love the
Believe it or
elephant
not,
people.
I'm not making that up. And the
No.
money goes to save the elephants in their habitat.
The coasters are particularly appealing.
Okay. Thank our sponsors. Doug, go.
CMI Electric, CMI Solar Electric, my mistake. SunTrust Mortgage of Christiana, Energy Services Group, MyEcoAgent.com, and Option Insurance Group. One I couldn't remember is me. Alrighty.
All right. Well, let's go to the today's financial tip, green stock tip from my research on the net. Let's see. I just mentioned keeping an eye on the players in the solar game. We're talking about solar production, and that leads me to a local company to keep your eye on who's going greener and greener, the number 3 green company last year in Europe, and that's the DuPont company. They produce 5 or 6 of the components that go into making up the silicone wafers for solar panels, actually the whole panel plus the wafer, and they have one of the best records lately on environmentalism. So keep your eye on that stock and keep your eye on those green divisions. They're doing a lot of work with the University of Delaware. They're getting government money, and they're going greener and greener, and we want to keep
headed in the right
encouraging people
direction.
to support them for that. So we need to move on quickly. You've got a disclaimer.
The content of the Great Green Home Show is solely the responsibility of the Environment and Communication Foundation and does not necessarily reflect the opinion of WILM, its sponsors, or Clear Channel Radio. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or use of the Great Green Home Show or its contents without written permission from the Green Fox, Paul Hughes, Sister Mary Chlorophyll Fellers, Seamus O'Toole, and the Environment and Communication Foundation is strictly prohibited.
That means don't do it. All right, so we're going to start with the top 10 great green jobs and job categories for the new year.
Sponsored by SunTrust Mortgage of Christiana.
Oh, you're so good. All right, we'll just go right into it without the blurbs of all the money that's going to be in there, although there's $100 million that they're trying to get for green-collar training. So number 1, tourism. Tourism is the largest business sector in the world economy. I didn't know that, and I wrote that. So it's no wonder that people are finding entry-level work in greening of this industry. Ecotourism is huge, and it's growing at 3 times the rate of tourism sector itself. It's a great job, great fun, great future in that job. And I know some guys downstate that do eco-tours in the bays, which is very nice.
Yeah, we actually did a little segment on that a couple of weeks ago. Planning and land use jobs. Governments are increasingly interested in how they can reduce their community's carbon footprint, and they're turning to city planning professionals for direction on how to deal with the new urbanism, which emphasizes sustainability. So you've got transit-oriented development is also a growing trend in such places as the Southwest, California, the Pacific Northwest, and soon
Here in
the East.
Wilmington.
Yep.
We're talking about that today.
Anyone
We're so
like you with
excited.
degrees in urban affairs and urban planning can combine your knowledge of the environment and your skills in designing, like a road that's better than 95 is through Delaware. That is so embarrassing.
I
how
think
bad
we're going to
that
have a
is.
child's contest for that one.
Every time they fix it, it gets worse.
Okay, healthcare and medicine. The growth here is in alternative medicine and preventative medicine, which is much needed. And we'll continue this in just a moment when we come back with our guest, Jackie Ivey from Buccini, Poland.